Hello to all of my Capricorns. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. So I'm sending you some good energy. I know you're not the emotional type, but we're going to still get into all of that. Okay, so these are general readings. These are your 3 decan Capricorn readings for the month of December. So I'm going to start off with the first decan Capricorn, okay? And then we'll get into the second decan Capricorn, and we'll get into the third decan Capricorn, and then a general reading. We'll pull it all together at the end. Okay, so for the first decan Capricorn, you're an earth sign, you're a cardinal sign. So I do write down a number of things that I just pull and things like that, just reading about your energy, okay? So for your cardinal sign, the first decan Capricorn, you're born between December the 22nd and December the 31st. And your ruling planet is Saturn. And so we have Saturn here. We have another picture of Saturn there. And Saturn represents authority, karma, limitations. It also can be known as father time, like setting and achieving certain goals. It's also associated with old age. And so even if you're young, you may be a old soul where you are just more structured and disciplined in areas of your life. Now, the good qualities about you, first decan Capricorn, is you can be affectionate, you can be patient, practical, determined to succeed. You know how to take meek beginnings and turn them into prosperous outcome, turn it into a prosperous outcome. So it's almost like you know how to take something that where you barely have a lot to work with, and you know how to make it into enough, not only enough, but almost like triple it or quadruple it or something. You know how to do that naturally. Now, the shadow side of you is your goals are usually put in place to make you look good, meaning that you do a lot of stuff that's ego-based, like you care about how the public see you. Also, you have been known to step on people's toes to get to the top, or like step on people, like just like move them right out the way to so you can get to where you need to be. And so some people may see you as heartless, like you have that heartless ambition, and you're stubborn because you won't really care about changing course to accommodate other people. And so I feel like you put certain goals in place and you work really hard until you can get to that goal. And whatever the goal is in your life, only you would know that. But whatever that goal is, you work hard to get there. You don't see limitations, or if you do see some sort of like challenges coming your way, you know how to strategize so you can get through them or work through them in some way, okay? So like I did with the Pisces reading on my Spiritual Liaison 123 channel, I'm going to talk to you about like what these colors mean, because colors are significant too. So I'll just kind of, tell you what some of these colors mean, okay? And then you have like the stones, the gemstones that are best for your zodiac sign, for all 3 decan Capricorn zodiac signs. There are a number of stones, but I just pulled 2 of them, and it's the garnet and obsidian stone. And we'll talk about that too, okay? So on these cards here, Capricorn, as you can see, I don't really want to touch them too much because I have lotion on my hands. So as you can see, there's a lot of brown here with these cards. There's brown, there's orange. Those are the main colors that kind of stand out, but you do have a little blue here and things like that. And I didn't even pull the color for blue. But anyway, we'll look more into the colors that really stand out, which is a brown. I see a lot of brown, and I see orange mainly. I do see some red too. So, but that's so we can do the red, since red represents this garnet stone here as well. But red represents groundness, safety, security, passion, but it can also represent anger. And it's connected with the root chakra. You also have orange here, like a lot of orange. And orange represents joy, creativity, creative ideas, being optimistic. And it also correlates with your sacral chakra. Okay. And then you have brown here. A lot of brown stands out. Stability. Brown represents stability, neutrality, comfort, earthiness, but it also can represent muddiness, like getting dirty or having, to do things in a dirty sort of way, or lack of boundaries. And that represents your sacral chakra. And then we have this black obsidian stone here, and that color obsidian, that stone, I'll tell you what the garnet and the obsidian stone represent. But the color black represents protection and groundness, darkness or missing elements, illness, negativity, or root chakra. Now, people use this obsidian stone to sort of protect themselves from illnesses, meaning like the evil eye or, negativity being sent their way. Or, if they're missing something in life that's sort of holding them back, they try to utilize the stone during meditation to kind of protect them from any energy that is lacking in their life so they can have that prosperity to come in, right? So with the garnet stone, it represents creativity and commitment, love, luck, prosperity, healing relationships, people, and situations. So the garnet stone is significant here for you, Capricorn. And the obsidian stone is about clearing psychic smog. So you can see what you need to do, or you can see things clearly, like someone trying to put an end to your prosperity streak, or any sort of like clarity you're trying to have in your life to help you grow in some way. And so this obsidian stone, a lot of healers use this stone and they wear it with like as a bracelet, or they may wear it on their neck or something like that as more of like a protection stone. So it can absorb the negative energy and sort of repel it from you off of your body. And so it's like a protection of spaces and energy. And it's also connected to your root chakra. It's also connected to your solar plexus chakra too. Again, and that helps. Your solar plexus chakra has a lot to do with helping you with your self-esteem. So if you're not in a place of lack, then your self-esteem grows because you feel confident that you can get to where you need to be. And you as a first decan Capricorn, again, you know how to take a little bit and flip it and turn it into a lot. So those are some things about you, Capricorn. And let's get into your, you know what? There was something else I wanted to do. Okay, so Capricorn, you rule the 10th house, okay? And the 10th house represents your public image. And remember, I just said, like, you'll get to the top, like, because you care about what people think. So sometimes you may step on people or kind of like push them out the way so you can obtain a goal. So your 10th house represents your public image and your career, your relationships with authority figures. So being in a place of power matters to you. It means a lot to you. And Capricorn, first decan Cap, your key phrase is I use or achieve. So you believe in using what you have to achieve your goals in life. You don't sit back and just try to wait for somebody or hope that they're going to give you something. You actually go out and put that effort in to go get it yourself. Okay, so let's get into a tarot reading for you. Let's see what comes out. I'm going to use these tarot cards here. Make sure. And I'm going to clarify it with these cards. Let me change I just want to change the view just a little bit. Let me put it up there, but you all can still see everything else. Okay, so I'm going to clarify with these cards here, but I'm going to do your reading with these cards and see what comes out for you, first decan Capricorn. So I wanted, hold on, because I thought that I wanted to use an oracle card to kind of lead. Let's see something. Hold on. Hold on, Capricorn, because I wanted to use something to kind of lead this reading. I think I'm gonna use a, because I want to close out with an oracle card too. So how do I want to do this? Okay, so I'm gonna use this particular deck. I'm just going to pull one from this deck. This is a deck that I create myself, Capricorn. So it's all kind of, it's good and negative stuff in here, but that's a part of life. So we're just going to see what comes out. And then I'm going to pull a oracle card. And then I'll pull your tarot cards, okay? All right. So the card for you is revamp your image. So again, something about your image matters to you. So you may be working on your image at this time, kind of, trying to revamp your image or clear things up. You may be working hard to do this. You may have faced some challenging times lately. This could be verbally, it could have been physically, but it looks like your image may have taken a hit in some way. So it does look like you're trying to do something to change that. You're working hard on that at this time. You may feel like you have a deadline to set to, you need to accomplish something by a certain time. Hold on, let me see. Because I'm going to pull one of these oracle cards for you and just kind of see what comes out, Capricorn. And again, this is for the first decan, Capricorns. Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. So again, there's a situation in your life where you may be trying to deal with your image at this time. You may be really concerned about how people see you, what they think of you, what they're saying about you. You may not be letting everyone know this. I just kind of feel like this is something in your mind, something that you truly do. It matters to you how people see you or something. That number 44 is on there. I kind of, hold on, Capricorn, because sometimes these numbers be standing out to me a lot. I don't think I wrote anything down about the number 44 itself, but I'm going to see if I have anything in one of my books real quick where I can see. Okay. So, let me see. So 44 is a double manifestation number. It's considered a double manifestation number. So you may be trying to, I just said that you are the type where you'll take something like meek beginnings, small little things that are, it may seem like it doesn't hold a lot of significance, but you're able to turn something around. And whatever this storm was in your life, it's like every hurricane comes to an end. So whatever you're doing, it's actually working and you're manifesting. You may not realize that you're working overtime at this time to change something in your life. Now, you could be physically working overtime to change your financial status, or you may just be, doing rounds within your community, within your family, on your job or something, trying to revamp your image in some way. All right, but then anyway, let's get into this. So it looks like you're in that energy of double manifestation at this time. You're working overtime to change something about you or how people see you. And again, that's that orange color. Again, you have blue. I didn't look up the blue. Hold on. I'm going to look up the blue for you too so you can see what that's about, because I know I pulled the other colors, but I didn't. Okay, so blue is about communication. Yep. Peace, self-expression, trust, sadness, judgment, and criticism. And blue controls the throat chakra. So again, I see you working overtime trying to revamp your image at this time. And this may be through words. Maybe someone said something about you and you're trying to change the image of how people see you. You may feel judged or criticized or something. This could have made you sad, but I don't really see that you're letting people know that. You're just doing what it takes to show that you're in a more peaceful place at this time, and you're expressing yourself, and you could be trying to get people to trust you or something. So that could be where that revamp your image is. But let's get into a tarot reading for you, my first decan Capricorns. 5 of Pentacles here. So you could have experienced a temporary loss. Like I said, this could have been loss of your reputation or maybe loss of trust in some way. But it does look like you could have also felt like you followed the wrong person, or you followed the wrong idea, or maybe you could have felt like, because if you look at this, this is an energy here that's sort of walking on crutches with a damaged leg, and you have this person here, they're following someone, and this person is covered. They have something over their head. They're sort of, covered. So you may feel like you followed someone who is only concerned about keeping themselves warm, or only concerned about their own image. And you may felt like you lost something due to this. This could have been finances. Your reputation may have taken a hit. So you could have lost finances recently, or you could have lost some sort of support system. So it does look like you're working hard to get to that place. Now, one thing about the 5 of Pentacles is it's temporary. So if you're out in the cold right now, this isn't something that's going to last a long time. And again, as it says, every hurricane comes to an end. So whatever you're going through, it's only temporary. There is definitely something happening to kind of help you revamp your image at this time. You have the 5 of Wands here. So yeah, there's a lot of confusion. There's also, so Capricorn, I see a competitive energy around you. I see someone, you want to work together, and you may feel like someone is sort of just being difficult just to be difficult. You have the 5 of Pentacles here, and you have the 5 of Wands there. So the number 5 is definitely significant here. And 5 always speaks of like some sort of change. It could also speak of some sort of conflict that's happening in your life. And so again, there may be someone around you where you're just kind of like, what in the world is going on? But number 5 also speaks of change. It speaks of growth. So you may be in the energy right now where, with this Pentacles can speak of finances. It could speak of time. You may feel like you lost time in a situation, especially with Saturn being your ruling planet. You may feel like you lost time, or you lost finances, like you didn't meet a deadline or something. But I also see that there's like competitive energies around you. Now, this competitive energy, a fire sign may be significant, but it looks like this competitive energy, you may feel like people aren't really willing to work together. And someone just kind of wants you to see something from their point of view. It's like it's their way or no way. They really don't care about winning. They don't care what the prize is as long as they win. That's it. So you may feel like someone is playing dirty to damage your reputation in some way. And so again, you could have taken some sort of small loss or something. But it looks like you're working overtime. You're doing a double manifestation at this time, trying to change the outcome or change the situation or change how people see you. There's a lot of conflict going on around you, a lot of fast moving energy too. People making fast decisions without really thinking things through. And so this could be what you're working on or something. Hold on, let's see. And you have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is Virgo energy. So it does look like All of this hard work is going to pay off. So if you're, again, if you're in a energy where you're in a storm right now and you're kind of feeling like you're out in the cold, I do see after all of this conflict, I see you trying to be patient to show people that you can actually, like, you're determined to get to this next level. You're determined to get through these hard times. Now, the Nine of Pentacles also speaks of someone who's put in a lot of work. Their hard work is paid off, but they enjoy the single life though. So this could have been loss of a relationship. That could be where this Five of Pentacles is coming at. Maybe you fought very hard for this and you kind of felt like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting for this because no matter what I do, I'm having numerous people go at me. Like, and so you may be in the energy now where you're revamping your image and you're working with what you have left. So you may be looking very good, but also single at this time. It looks like you're focused right now on your finances. That's like your number one goal, on improving things. And all of these cards fail right now. So again, something is sort of falling apart, but it's almost as if it's falling apart so you can grow. You know, it may not always seem like that when things are coming apart. Okay, but then you have the Six of Swords here. So I see better communication. It looks like you want to move and you're making some sort of attempt to get out of a loss, a lack of something, a situation that's lacking or something that you lost. You're moving into calmer waters with the Six of Swords and you're happy to see this end. You're happy. Remember, I just said it's not going to always be this way. So you're happy to see something finally come to an end. You don't know where you're going, but you figure that, you know what, wherever I'm going, it has to be better than where I am, where I'm dealing with being left out in the cold or being shut out or having to constantly fight for my image or something. So I see you manifesting prosperity and peace into your life at this time. Let's see. And then you have the Three of Wands. You're trying to see that if you actually separate yourself from the conflict, will it still continue without you? And I'm going to tell you something, because you're trying to put out good energy. You're trying to put out peace. Now, maybe in the past you were the person who was difficult to deal with. Maybe some people feel like you stepped on them to get to the top, or you did something unethical to get to the top without even worrying about them. This could have caused you some sort of loss when it came back around or something. Someone may have questioned your reputation or your character or something. But it does look like you've been working hard to change how people see you, how they perceive you, how they perceive your drive, because you do work very hard to get to where you want to be at in life. And so you may be just in that energy where you're trying to show people that you go after things so hard and so fast because you want to change your outcome. You're used to in the past not having something, so you know what being in poverty or being poor feels like. You know that feeling, or not having enough. So because you've had to work so hard to get to a certain point, and you've tried to watch and wait patiently for things to turn around for you, and it looks like there was a lot of conflict with that. So that is a situation that you seem to be working on at this time. And it looks like you are trying to do something quickly too. It's like if there was some sort of recent confrontation or disagreement, you're trying to hurry up and almost like put the fire out really quick, so it doesn't get out of control. Like you may be trying to do this using peace or communicating in a peaceful way. Wow, you have the Four of Wands here. This is teamwork. This is like you and someone working together. This is you and someone, like this may be you and another, like your significant other in a couple, another couple working together. Or this could just be because you go from this Nine of Pentacles to this looks like If a past relationship did not work out, it looks like, and if it was due to too much conflicting energy, competitive energy, people really not wanting to work together, people willing to win at all costs. Now, Capricorn roles can be reversed because this may be you, you know. If you weren't dealing with someone like that, this could easily be how somebody see you. But it does look like things will improve dramatically after you being single for a while and accumulating some sort of wealth or financial stability. After you've put in a lot of time to make sure your environment is peaceful and secure. And it looks like that was your main focus. And this is paying off. So some of you all may be purchasing a new home. You may be moving together with someone. But I see that you're willing to work as a team, like with a twin flame or something. You're willing to work together to get a job done. And so, and at the bottom of the deck, you had the Six of Swords here. I'm sorry, the Six of Cups. And so this looks like this may be with your child parent, or this could be with maybe you're repairing a relationship with your child. It also looks like you're just fixing something from the past too. This may be with somebody who, and from the past, who you had a turbulent connection with. So you may be going in, or this person is coming, and I see the connection like an offer being made. This could be an apology or just to reminisce about the past, about happier times or something. Okay, so Capricorn, then I'm going to close this out with a message from, I'm just going to close this out with one oracle card for you, okay? And let's see what comes out, what the message is for my Capricorns, for my first decan Capricorn. What is the message for my first decan Capricorn? Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So there may be a situation, Capricorn, where pride has taken, you know, it's kind of like someone needs to back down. Someone needs to admit that they're wrong, but without being stagnant, though. You know, it's like, okay, now I don't know whether you owe someone an apology or they owe you one. Maybe you both owe each other an apology. I don't know. But it does look like there's a situation in your life where you're going to have to deal with it quickly and then kind of move on and let things kind of happen naturally from that point. Like, don't force anything. If you're wrong in a situation, don't let pride get in your way. And make sure that you're doing something from your heart. It's not ego based. You know what I mean? Like, because there may be someone accusing you of doing something due to, like, to stroke your ego or something. So make sure whatever you're doing or whatever someone is doing, that it's coming from a place of sincerity, and it's not coming from a prideful place or something, you know. Okay, so first decan Capricorn, that is the end of your reading. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to get into the second decan. Oh crap, what in the world was I thinking? First decan Capricorn, it's not even over, because I was supposed to have been clarifying your cards, and that's not even giving you a full accurate reading if I don't. Okay, because I did not mean to. So, but that was, it happened that way for a reason. So there could be an ego issue here or pride issue here between you and someone that needs to be resolved. Yeah, someone who, where it says revamp your image. So someone may have said some things publicly where it kind of caused you a loss. Again, you have the Six of Swords here. So you are going to be happy to see things kind of move forward. You're going to be happy. You're actually being spiritually guided to move away from conflicting situations. It does look like you made an attempt to do this before. So maybe you have been in a situation where you had to kind of stand up for yourself. You tried to deal with it, but then you may be starting to realize that someone is just doing something. They just want to win at any cost. They don't care if the prize is a daggone apple. They're just happy to win something over you. And so it does look like you've been trying to deal with the situation in a calm way, though. You have the Judgment card here. So you do have whatever it is Capricorn, it looks like you may have finished up two karmic cycles with someone too. You may have not realized that you were, because you have 5-5 here. So you may have finished up a karmic cycle with two people, two individuals, just so you can improve your life in some way. And this looks like for something from the past too. So there is a forgiveness that needs to take place. Remember, I said like you just speak your piece, make the apology, or somebody apologize to you, and then move on. Don't stay stagnant in that energy. So with this judgment card, it's like you've been forgiven on the spiritual side about a situation. So it's about, so if anyone is trying to hold you in a place of conflict, it's time for you to put out good energy. Don't like lower your energy to their energy. Put out good energy and then let the chips fall where they may. Like that. Okay, so then let's see. The Sun card, you're going to have success. Now, I don't know what's going on. Like if you were single or like in some sort of connection where things weren't working out in the past. Now, some of you all just went through a separation. It's a temporary separation, though. It's not something that's permanent. So maybe you and your significant other just separated for a while. You may have needed to work through some things. You may have needed to admit to some things. And then it's time to kind of let nature take its course and move on from this. Because I do see, if while you're focused on moving in a better energy and letting the past remain in the past, I do see you are focused on your work and accumulating wealth. And so it looks like either you're going to restart something with someone from your past. Maybe you all are deciding to bury the hatchet. You're like, okay, I need you to forgive me, or I forgive you. And you're just waiting for things to naturally turn around, and then you all may restart this connection, or either you're letting that go and you're moving on to a new connection where that's going to be very successful, where you all may move in together, purchase a home together or something. But it looks like whatever it is, again, you're taking meek beginnings or some sort of, you're working with what you have to build, to go from this 5 of Pentacles to that 9 of Pentacles. And that's a significant change, Capricorn. Again, at the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Cups here. A lot to do with your past relationships, your childhood, past connections, or someone you have a child with. So I pulled that other card, that don't let pride get in your way. But I'm going to pull one more to go ahead and finish up this reading with you, first deck in Capricorn. Okay, let's see. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. So Cancer is that motherly energy. Let's see. Cancers. That's that energy of like the moon. So, and Cancers rule the 4th house. Cancers are also a cardinal sign, just like you, Capricorn. And so with Cancers, they rule the 4th house. And so the 4th house is your mother and your father, your roots, your domestic life, and your family. Again, some of you all had a serious situation happen with a loved one where you may have separated, either got a divorce, separated, or, broke up or whatever. But I see you throwing yourself into work, and you're working on your image at this time. This is just a temporary storm. You're trying to move into calmer waters and deal with someone in a calm way. This person may be in an energy where they just want to like win. They don't care. I feel like you're dealing with someone who's moving off of hurt or anger. So they're moving quickly or speaking quickly, but they are not thinking things through. They just want to win, and even at your expense. And so this looks like it's an energy where you're just going to sort of like deal with this situation now in a very calm way, and then kind of just naturally let things turn around. Now, this even could be with your own parents, or it could be with, again, your child mother or child father, because I see the Six of Cups here, or this is someone who you knew for a very long time, like even as far back as your childhood, and your childhood could even be your teenage years or something like that. But I do see a lot of success with this. It's like you have to go through this storm just so you can see sunny days again. This is what I see. Like you have to temporarily go through this storm. And as it says, every hurricane comes to an end, and then the sun will shine again in your life. So Capricorn, you're strong. You can handle this. You got it. Now, first deck in Capricorn, now that is the end of your reading. Okay. All right. So I wanted to, what did I do with that ink pen? Hold on. Let me see, because I just wanted to write down the time that it ended. Okay. All right. So when I upload it, I can timestamp everything. Okay. So let me bring this back over here. I hate that this chair squeaks so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this up so we can get into the second deck in Capricorn. All right. Okay. Let's see. With my second deck in Capricorns. And you are the 10th zodiac sign. I meant to do another number there. I meant to put the number 1 for the, but I'll do it for you, second deck in Capricorn. I'm gonna put the number 2 since you're the second deck in Capricorn. And let's see, that number 2 represents duality. It can represent balance. It can represent harmony between you and someone. It can represent relationships. It can represent partnerships. But the second house, Capricorn, second deck in Capricorn, represents your value system, like your material possessions and your financial attitude. So you may be the sign that's more focused on finances, okay? But we're going to get into this and see, okay, because you're ruled by Venus. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this obsidian and garnet there, okay? So my second deck in Capricorns, you're ruled by Venus, by the planet Venus. Okay. All right. Let's see. And I'm going to, okay, and then that's the Venus sign there. And just like I did with the first deck in Capricorn. So what I didn't do was look at what the color gold means. If you see this looks like a goldish color, you know. And so gold represents mastery, divinity, spiritual leadership. And it also represents it corresponds with the with the crown chakra or above. Okay, so my second decan Capricorns, you're in, because Venus can also represent, Venus also rules Taurus energy as well as Libra energy. So and the Taurus rules the second house. And so again, the second house, but Taurus is a fixed sign, whereas you're a cardinal sign. And so, but the Taurus, their key phrase is I possess. And again, the second house represents your value system, your material possessions, and your financial attitude. And that makes so much sense because Taurus really represents like the material side of things, financial side of things. But also Venus represents a Libra, and a Libra is a cardinal sign, and that's Libra rules the 7th house, which is business and romantic relationships and how you interact with people. So you may have Libra in your 7th house, you may have Taurus in your 2nd house or something like that. But let's go ahead and get into what's going on. And I didn't even do the other colors. Let's see. I didn't even do the other colors. Hold on. Hold on a second, Decan Capricorns. I mixed stuff up. Okay. All right. And then, like I said, with the first Decan Capricorns, like the colors that we see here are more of a brown color. We talked about what the color gold means, but we'll also talk about what green represents. Now, with the color brown, brown represents stability, comfort, earthiness, but muddiness, like getting your hands dirty or things being sort of, kind of messy, or lack of boundaries. But it corresponds with the sacral chakra. You also have orange in here. Orange represents joy, creativity, creative ideas, optimism, and it corresponds with your sacral chakra. Now, you have the garnet stone here and the obsidian stone. And the garnet stone represents, the color is red. And red represents groundness, safety, security, passion, but also anger. And that corresponds with your root chakra. And then the black obsidian stone, the color black represents protection, groundness, darkness, or missing ailments, illness, negativity, and root chakra. And then, hold on, because, hold on. And there is some blue in this card here. So let me show you what I mean. Because there's some blue. Oh, there is some blue, as you can see, in this here. And then I'll tell you what this green represents too. I'm just going to keep it like this so I can get into it. But the green represents healing, love, harmony, balance. But it also can represent envy and bitterness. But the green has to do with your heart chakra. And then, where in the world? Oh, the blue represents communication, peace, self-expression, trust, sadness, judgment, and criticism. And that corresponds with your throat chakra. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading, second decan Taurus. I'm sorry, second decan Capricorn. But you do have a lot of Taurus that corresponds with your energy. Now, second decan Capricorn, again, you're a cardinal sign. You were born between January the 1st and January the 10th. Your ruling planet is Venus. Venus represents love, fertility, beauty, money, possessions, relationships, or partnerships. You do have, your good qualities are you're reliable, you're stable, you're optimistic, you're social, you're an achiever. You know how to create fresh starts for yourself as well as for other people. And you know what, second decan Capricorn? You're the decan that uses a lot of common sense. Your family and friends mean everything to you. That is what's most important to you, your family and friends. And so I see that when you work hard, it's so you can obtain things to make sure that your family and your friends are well taken care of. So, but the shadow side of you, second decan Capricorn, is you can be pessimistic when you don't get your way about something. Like you can sort of be in that energy where you become frustrated. You can linger on the past a little too long, or on situations too long with people or places or things. And it's because you want to see things complete in the way that you feel like they should be completed. And this is even things that maybe you should have let go of a long time ago. So you can come off as sort of like uncompromising, but I see that uncompromising energy, even with yourself. Like you're that way with yourself, not only with other people outside of you, but you can be that way inside. Like it's like once you have your mind set on something, you stick to it no matter what, even if you should have cut it off a long time ago. So let's see, let's get into some tarot with you. Let's see what comes out. I don't want to use the same cards I used with the first decan. So I want to use some different cards for you, okay? Second decan, Capricorn. Oh, and I meant to tell you, like with the garnet stone represents creativity and commitment, love, luck, prosperity, healing, relationships, people, or situations. So a lot of healers uses garnet stone for that purpose, especially Capricorns. And then the obsidian stone represents clearing that psychic smog, and sort of this stone absorbs a lot of negative energy. So people trying to give you the evil eye or speak negativity over your life, or speak like negativity over your finances or something. It's like this stone absorbs that and takes it away from your energy. So it helps protect the spaces that you live in or you work in or something, and it protects your energy. Also, money is energy, especially with that Taurus energy. So you may be you may be focused on money a lot. And so but the obsidian stone corresponds with your root chakra as well as your solar plexus chakra. And that solar plexus chakra helps with your self-esteem. So of course, if you're financially stable in life, you feel good about yourself, it puts you in a totally different energy, and which means your self-esteem will feel, it will be high. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead and get into a reading for, I'm going to use these cards and I'm going to use these cards. And this is for my second decan, Capricorn. Let me move this out the way. I have so much stuff over here. Capricorn, if y'all could see all of this stuff. Okay. Woo. Let's see. Move these out the way. Let's get into a reading for my second decan, Capricorns. Now I'm going to do yours the same way I did the first decan, Capricorn. Now what I did was pulled from my own deck, and then I pulled an oracle card, and then I got into the tarot card. So I'm going to do yours the same way. Okay. I'm praying you don't find out the truth about what I did and said. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so roles can be reversed, second decan, Capricorn. So maybe someone is praying that you don't find out the truth about what they did or said, or this could be you. So let's find out what's going on with your reading. I'm going to use these oracle cards. I need to bring them other ones too. There's two cards that fell out and I just need one. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Nice. So second decan, Capricorn. You're being encouraged to stay rooted and grounded at this time. So again, you may be dealing with some energy. Where's that? Where second decan, Capricorn, people are seeing you as reliable and stable. And so it does look like there may be some sort of connection with someone where you're realizing that maybe you were a little too optimistic about this person, you know? So maybe you put a lot into something, you invested a lot, and it looks like you may become a little pessimistic when it comes to you not getting your way. But this is meant to be. This is actually meant to be. You could have invested a lot of finances into a connection, a lot of longevity into a connection with someone, only to kind of see things not work out. You like having family and friends that you can trust, and you want to be trustworthy. And so that's important to you. But I feel like it's almost like you've been focused on a situation too long, or you invested into someone too long, and you may feel like you kind of regret that at this time, but we'll see. But that you may have invested into somebody so long because you want your family or your friendships to work. Yeah, Four of Wands. So you felt like someone was your twin flame. You felt like this person was a twin flame. This is Cancer energy. That Four of Wands is Aries energy. So a Cancer or a Aries may be significant. You have the Queen of Cups here. You gave someone your all. I see this. Like you literally gave them everything you had. You opened them up. You may have gave them keys to the safe, the combination to the safe, keys to your place, all kind of stuff. But I see there weren't limits put on what you were willing to do for someone because you just love them that much. You wanted to show them how much they meant to you. Ace of Swords, until you saw the truth. Something couldn't be denied anymore. You had some sort of epiphany moment happen in your life where you were able to kind of cut through the smog. So you may have already been using this obsidian stone, like when you are trying to like manifest, or maybe you're in some sort of energy where you meditate a lot. So you were able to see through something, and it's almost like you cut through the BS and you had some sort of epiphany moment. If someone was kind of trying to pull the wool over your eyes so you could keep being this giving person and make sure that they were stable. I see you were trying to have like a team. You were that teamwork, that twin flame energy is this Four of Wands. But it looks like someone was trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and they're praying that you don't find out the truth about what they did or said. Now, I would not know what that was, but it looks like you're going to find out anyway. The Temperance card. And this Temperance is someone who, you see things done in moderation. You're being encouraged to moving forward to do things in moderation, because it looks like you gave someone your all. You may have done this very quickly. You may have moved together very quickly, started a family with this person really quickly, because you wanted that life, and you wanted that stability. You were optimistic about this. You wanted a fresh new start. You could have gotten with somebody like very quick after ending a past relationship. You could have hurried up and married someone, because this Four of Wands can also speak of marriage. So, and it looks like you gave your all to this person. You were open about everything. So, because family mean the most to you, friendships mean the most to you, and someone sort of played on that. And so they're hoping and praying that you don't find out the truth about what they did or they said. It also looks like you've learned some valuable lessons, or you're learning some valuable lessons about doing things in moderation, taking the time to see what's under the surface here. Because if you can see, this energy has 1 foot on land and 1 foot under the water, right? And so you never quite know what is under the surface of someone's emotions. They can say anything out their mouth, and people can only pretend for so long. But I feel like someone may have said or did something after you invested your all into them. So you're being encouraged to stay rooted, Stay grounded into who you are, and know that you have earth angels here with you. So you may have jumped right out of one relationship and ran to another and sort of kind of just did something really quick, only to find out something else later. The Hanged One here, that's that Pisces energy. And this is that energy of being stuck or stagnant, looking at something from a different perspective too. So you may be looking at someone from a different perspective. All the love you gave to them, all the you may have purchased this person, you may have bought this person a house, or you could have paid all their bills or something, but it just looks like you invested everything 100% into someone that you felt was your twin flame. And again, you're being encouraged to do things in moderation moving forward. Like, give people a chance to show you who they are before you give everything. And then you kind of have a lot of regrets. So I do see you taking the time. You may be kind of stuck at this time on what you should do. Should you continue to give love to this because you just don't want to give up on it, or there are things that you just don't know? You don't know the truth. You may be feeling it. Your intuition may be telling you the truth about a situation, but you just don't have that proof right in your face at this moment. So you may be trying to look at something from a totally different perspective at this time. But I do see now second deck in Capricorn, because I feel like you're looking at it from a different perspective, but you're staying on it too long. It's almost as if you know the truth. So, and you use common sense in every other situation. So why are you allowing yourself to be blinded by love? I get that you are that energy, especially with this Venus ruling your sign. I get that you love family, you love material possessions, you love money. You may have children with this person, relationships, partnerships matter to you. Those are the things that rule you. It matters. And you don't like constant change. And I keep feeling like you jumped out of one connection and got into another because you desired that family life. And that time around, you were willing to do anything to make it work. And I feel like someone like sort of played on that energy. And you're going to find out the truth about this. But it's like, you may be asking yourself, did you get in this new connection because you were holding a grudge with a past person? Did you not see the truth about someone else because you were so busy holding onto a grudge from a past person? So did you move quickly out of, or invest a whole lot out of almost being sort of like in that revengeful spirit, where you trying to like emotionally harm someone else by giving your cup to someone else? But that's something you're going to have to work out, because that's just what I see, and I could be wrong. Okay, you have the King of Swords here. Wow, Capricorn. See, this is one thing that people don't know about. I know a lot. Oh my gosh, I know so many Capricorns. I had to go down a list one day of all the Capricorns I know. I couldn't believe the list was so long. I've come across, so I don't know, they have been prominent in my life since birth. I just know an abundance of Capricorns. But anyway, so one thing that I do notice that you all share, no matter which decan you are, that when you find out the truth about something, when you cut people off, it can be in a brutal way. It can be it's almost as if you'll find out what you think will hurt them the most, and then that's exactly what you'll do. And whether it's intentional or whether you're moving out of hurt, but it's like, that's where that coldness come in. That's where that uncompromising energy come in. Like, it's like, you'll do anything to see something complete, but you want to make sure your reputation stays intact. But I don't know what this is though, Capricorn. You did something where you moved too quick, but now you're realizing it's almost, again, you're looking back at something or looking at why you made a decision. But I do see you being honest with yourself too. It's not, one thing I don't see is that you're lying to yourself about something. Even if you're not discussing it with the people who are closest to you, you're being truthful with yourself about a lot of stuff. And that's so important. Because you've had some sort of epiphany moment. And I see with this King of Swords, this is someone who, they will have a lot of emotions. They're just not good at showing it. They're very good in business, or they're just very good at being logical with things. And they have the power to make some significant changes in people's life as well as their own, but they don't show their emotions a lot. This is someone who will talk about everything except love. So that's what I see. It's almost as if you may be telling someone, okay, I gave everything to you, but I don't feel like you're telling them I gave everything to you because I was trying to spite someone else. I just see you giving everything to someone, even if it didn't start out with the right intentions, but you desired that family life. But you may be telling someone the truth about something, and you may be removing emotions. You're only dealing with facts at this time. Let's clarify this, Capricorn, because I want to see. You have the King of Cups here. This is that Pisces energy. This is someone who is mature. They know who they are. This is a manifester too. They know how to sort of, through rough times in their life, get through situations, turbulent times. This is someone, they may be, and this also could be someone where you and your significant other tried to go to counseling or therapy or something, because this could speak of a therapist, or like someone who heals, like the healing of a heart. So there may be some situations where you're realizing that maybe you made some decisions out of hurt or anger in the past, but it's like you may be looking at the root cause of why you move so quickly. And so I do see a healing of the heart coming forth, which is a beautiful thing. But let's clarify these cards. Again, the Four of Wands. Wow. So you know what, Capricorn? I see you have tried time and time and time again, because it's almost as if you don't believe in letting something go easily. Like, it's just like, I'll give my all. I can't fail with this. Maybe a past relationship failed. So you just kept trying over and over and over again. You figured that if something didn't work the first time, okay, let me go back at it and throw more energy into it. And that's just what you did. And so some of you all renewed your vows with someone. Some of you all, but you have done a lot of things. This to me looks like you've been with somebody for a very long time. It could have been 8 years or longer. And it does look like you've been in the energy where you've had many celebrations with someone. You've given a lot to it and you invested a lot. Celebrations could be graduations, birthday parties, babies, being born, whatever, windfalls. But you've gone through a lot of cycles with someone in your life. So I definitely see real love there. This isn't, even if you got with this person with questionable motives, it turned into real love. I see this. You actually realize that you fell in love with someone, and you gave your all to them. And so I don't know what they did or they said, but it's like they're praying that you don't find out the truth about that. Let's see. I just need one card. The King of Cups again. So you're seeing someone in a totally different way. You're seeing them as loving, you're seeing them as kind, you're seeing them as understanding. This is a perfect match here. You have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. But you're seeing someone in a totally different way. Someone is healing to you. So you may have looked at this situation. There's definitely a healing taking place. You feel like you're an earth sign, and this may be a water sign because you have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here. So you may feel like balance needs to be between, because you have fire here and you have water here. So it looks like with this Temperance card, things may have heated up very quickly between you and someone, but it looks like you were giving your all and you wanted them to give their all. So you all may be going through counseling, so to help you both look at things from a different perspective. And so, because I don't see you really wanting to give up on something, maybe you are finding out the truth about a situation and they're praying that you don't find out, or, what they did or they said, but you may decide to go to counseling to try to work through something to still salvage this connection in some way, or repair a broken connection with someone. Let's see. King of Wands. A lot of fire, water, and air. Okay. So it does look like with this King of Wands, that's that Sagittarius energy. You may be finding out the truth about a situation and realizing that someone did something because for attention reasons, maybe for ego reasons. And that may be the person who you're cutting off. You may even be telling someone. So Capricorn, let me see what's at the bottom. The Four of Swords here. So Capricorn, you may be, that's that third decan Libra energy. I say it's a lot of air, a lot of fire and water in your reading, in your entire reading. So, second deck in Capricorn, the more I'm looking at this, you may have moved on from a water sign very quickly just because of how you viewed them. You may have moved into an energy with a possibly an Aries or a Sagittarius. And it looks like you did something, you moved very quickly. This could have, maybe you were brokenhearted that something didn't work out in the past, so you put your all into this new connection. But it does look like the more you start to reflect upon the truth, again, you're seeing something from a different perspective, but the more you reflect upon the truth, you see that someone sort of was, I would say this person, they're driven, they are a go-getter, they get a lot of attention from the public, but they also do things that are ego-driven. And so this may be someone who you have a lot of emotions for, but you're being blunt and honest with your communication when it comes to them. They may be physically attractive. So that could have been one of the things where you kind of, because you have two kings here facing each other. This is like, someone like that competitive energy. And then you have another king here, King of Swords, King of Wands, and King of Cups. And then you have another King of Cups here. So you have a lot of energy here, Capricorn. And there's a situation where someone who you trusted, they're hoping that you don't find out what they did or said. And they did it because they knew it would bring more attention to them. I feel like you invested so much into somebody, you almost upgraded them in some way. And they may have sort of let that power go to their head. So you may be taking someone down a notch, kind of speaking your mind using logic, not emotions, even if you do have a lot of emotions for this person. But I just see you seeing something totally different now. But let me pull, I'm gonna pull some oracle card for you. Oh man. I'm glad those, okay. Now, why the cards do you want to flip out in my hand? Things may be a little out of control right now in your life emotionally, where you're trying to just stay grounded and rooted and keep the faith that everything is going to change. So things may be just a little bit out of control, and you're trying to just keep control in areas where you know how to, what you can control. It's like that's what you're trying to control. And you're just hoping everything else will kind of fall into place. Union 44. The first deck in Capricorn got this number 2, and this is double. That 44 represent double manifestation. So you could be trying to manifest 2 different situations in your life, and that would explain, because this is like teamwork. So, and you have a lot of kings out here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 kings out here. And again, 4, 4, 44. So that's double manifestation energy. The energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects toward a state of wholeness. And so it looks like you're definitely you may be trying to manifest the truth coming out, prosperity, teamwork, or either the healing of the heart between you and someone. You may be trying to work on a situation. But I do see now, again, Capricorn, roles can be reversed. So I don't know whether you are saying, I'm praying you don't find out the truth about what I did or said, or someone else is saying this about you. But I do see the truth. This King of Swords, this Ace of Swords is the truth coming out. The King of Swords also represent honesty being spoken, logic being spoken, lack of emotions. And this King of Wands is like that bold energy. Someone who moves fast, get things done quickly. So I see you trying to manifest a number of things in your life. You're working really hard to do this too. But in the process of you doing that, you're trying to stay grounded and rooted. Okay, so second deck in Capricorn, that is your reading. Let's get into the third deck in Capricorn reading. Okay, my oracle. Okay, so third deck in Capricorn reading. Let me move these over here. So you're ruled by Mercury. Move these out the way. I have so much stuff around all of mine. So many cards all over the place. Okay. So you're ruled by Mercury. And that's that blue planet, that planet of communication. Let me see. I was trying to see. Where is it? Okay, and you're the third decan. Capricorn. You're the 10th zodiac sign. where you rule the 10th house. So third decan Capricorn. And I didn't even write the second decan Capricorn stuff down, but I'll get back to it. Okay, so third decan Capricorn. You're the third decan. So the number 3, let me get my numbers here together. So the number 3 speaks of that creativity. It also speaks of fast, like moving energy, and a reaction between two unrelated things that don't necessarily affect you. So you may be watching something happen between two different people. It doesn't really affect you. So you may be just kind of like watching fast energy happen between two other people. Now, the third house represents the way you communicate, which makes so much sense because Mercury that's the planet of communication. So, but the third house represents the way you communicate, think, and learn. It also represents your siblings or your neighbors. So you may be seeing something happen between your siblings or your neighbors or something. But you're like I said, you rule the 10th house. And the 10th house represents your public image and your career and your relationships with authority figures. And so that could be significant at this time. And also, third decan Capricorn. Now, Mercury rules Gemini as well as Virgo energy, but really that Gemini energy. And Gemini's keywords is communicate. Gemini rules the third house. Again, that represents the way you communicate, think, and learn. A lot to have to do with your siblings or your neighbors. Now, third decan Capricorn, you're born between January the 11th and January the 20th. And Mercury represents communication and how you express yourself, your speech pattern, and your sense of humor too, your intelligence, and furthering education, whether that's external or internal education, right? So some of your good qualities is you're ambitious. You believe in going after what you want. You're intelligent. You communicate well. You may be in the